Woof, 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 woof. Bark, 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 bark.
Woof. Welcome back to Coming This Summer. Action! Fresh out of the theater, just saw Strays.
There's an immediate discrepancy the second this movie starts, and it ruins the whole movie. And he goes, I don't understand a word he's saying, except when we're playing the game Fetch and Fuck, and if he says fuck, I know I won, except I don't know what he's saying.
Wait,
so how do
like
I know that
overall.
he's saying that? And then my master calls me shitbag and stupid head and ass face. How does he know that?
Later on, they mentioned how many words they know.
Oh, that's true. But
so
the movie starts with narration from Will Farell saying, I love my owner, even though I can't understand what he's saying.
But you would understand, even if you didn't understand. I
Strays.
could say I have the experience to know, even though I don't understand what a group of people might be saying in a different language.
Okay.
I know what they're saying.
Okay. You can read
know
body
what I mean?
language, maybe.
Oh, that
maybe.
word they
but
say
he still
about
thinks
me.
he loves them, though.
Right.
So he doesn't know what the word means.
No,
he just
he's
knows
supposed to be like
the
a dumb
word.
dog. Right.
Right.
Okay,
Strays.
So deep dive into
Welcome,
Strays.
guys. We got Will Farell, one of our manager's favorite actors, because I know she's listening, and I know she hates me for saying that. So we have Jamie Foxx as Bug. We have Isla FIsher as... What the fuck was the
what
girl
was her
dog's
name?
Lucy.
Lassie.
No,
it looked like Lassie. I don't remember.
And Randall Park as Big Dog, who again, I have no idea what the fuck.
Yeah, their names.
His name was.
We should know their names, but I was focused on.
We just got out of the theater.
I was focused on Bug and
Reggie.
Reggie. Oh my god, I almost called him Rufus.
So Reggie is played by Will Farell. Bug is played by Jamie Foxx. Reggie is the dog of a man named Doug, who.
It's played by Will Forte.
Will Forte,
who absolutely kills it.
Who had
it was so ridiculous.
We get some backstory. He had a girlfriend who saw a puppy, and he goes, "God damn it!" Because now he has to deal with a puppy. And the dog outs him for cheating on the girlfriend by bringing some other girl's
Doug toys,
garments,
right.
undergarments, at the girlfriend's feet, so she leaves him.
And that's when Doug starts playing Find and Fuck with.
Well, he takes the dog, even though he doesn't like the dog,
right.
just so the girlfriend can't have
He
him.
actually says that to her.
Yeah, I don't even like the dog, but I just like the fact that you can't have him. Fuck you. Yeah, Will Forte plays the biggest piece of shit ever in this movie.
It was really funny.
Yeah, it's how can you play that role, though? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a good actor right there. You know, somebody who can literally be the biggest piece of shit on the planet. Will Forte's probably a nice guy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He probably has a couple dogs, you know what I mean, and a family and all that shit, you know?
From what I've heard in interviews and podcasts and things, he seems to have a very similar sense of humor that we do.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
So he gets it.
We're weird.
But he gets it.
Right.
Yeah, this movie is a little weird. I will say it probably pushes the boundaries a little.
It knows how weird
too
it
much.
is.
Yeah.
But
which is interesting because
it pushes the boundaries only in a. Okay.
Well, but people liked it though.
Okay.
It pushes the boundaries so much, and it is weird. But people in our theater were
oh, they were losing their
foot stomping,
minds.
laughing.
And I do want to say this.
Yeah.
I do want to say this because we're saying call a spade or whatever, and fair is fair.
Sure.
We went off on Joyride.
We did.
For leaning on vagina jokes.
We did.
I will say my biggest critique of this movie is they just leaned on dick jokes.
Dick jokes. We get one vagina joke.
And lots of dick jokes. Now,
one of the dogs is pretty big.
It's supposed to be from a dog's point
schlong.
of view, so it's a slightly different.
Sure.
But we did say that if another comedy went full dick, we would call it out because it's just as stupid to rely completely on that joke.
It is.
This had at least context of being a dog.
This conjured the
main plot of the movie.
Pussy tattoo from Joyride with the keys moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like...
But this was funnier because the payoff was funnier.
Yeah.
Only slightly.
I guess.
If okay, I don't want to ruin that part. Of
No.
the movie
So let's start with the start of the movie. Okay. So Doug plays this game called Fetch and Fuck, where he goes and drops Reggie off in some undisclosed location.
And throws the ball as hard as he can.
And
he keeps getting farther because Reggie keeps making it
and
back.
he drives back home without Reggie, and Reggie always seems to find his way home.
I know I've won the game when he says fuck.
Yeah, so we just get like the fuck montage, which
it was really funny.
I loved it. I loved it.
The first 10 minutes of the movie, the middle 10 minutes, and the last 10 minutes.
We get the Julio down by the schoolyard like jingle.
But they changed it slightly.
It's like the opening.
It is.
Yeah.
And it goes through.
And it's just like
same thing. It's like a Muppets movie.
It's like scorified. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I love my dog, so like I'll love this movie just on a pure sense of talking dog movies.
What the hell's it called? Yeah, he did the Marmaduke.
Marmaduke.
This is like rated R Marmaduke.
Okay.
This is what this was.
Marmaduke. Yeah.
Right? No,
yeah.
but it is. Like he hangs out with George Lopez, the cat. They go all night in the town. They find the one
There was
dog.
no cat.
There was no. Well,
I kind of.
yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah. He's like mouthing the words, and then he goes back to the person, and he does it again. I lost my shit, man. It was so funny.
This is up there for funniest movie of the year, in my opinion, because when it hit, it was grand slam.
Yeah.
Not everything hit, but when it did, oh my God,
but it
was
hit.
It funny. Holy shit.
So we get he eventually drives like 3 hours away, like into the big city.
Whole different city.
Doug kind of lives in like this rural area, like away from everything.
In real life, it's Atlanta because that was Stone Mountain that they were on.
Okay.
I leaned over to you and said,
"It did look like
that's the cabin." Because when they're coming up the side, it looked just like the one side.
Yeah, we could where we got locations where we could go film it. Stone Mountain, where they're on this rocky part.
At Stone Mountain, and they do the overlook.
Okay,
and that was like the Appalachian Trail.
Okay, like you might be right. Yeah,
a lot of those rocks should look real familiar.
Huh? Yeah. So we get like it sets up the movie that like he can't find his way back now, and now he's a stray.
He's determined to make it back.
Yeah,
he
has his little
homeward bound.
He has his little tennis ball, and he runs into some bad dogs, and we get introduced to Jamie Foxx, who's a little off in this movie. Honestly, towards the end, it was fine because like you've been listening to it for an hour and a half.
It was a little over the top.
I don't know if he's done. Yeah,
he didn't want to buy a Boston Terrier.
I do want a Boston Terrier. Yeah, that poster, I was like, man, those things are adorable.
Yeah.
The little fucking eyes like shooting off in either direction. Like the way he's like, they show him as a puppy and he's like scratching. I'm like, yes. Yeah. I'm like, I want it.
Yeah.
There's even a point like Will Forte holds Reggie at one point at the end and it's like super serious, but he's like that and he's not like.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm squeezing the life out of this dog, and he's clearly not because at that point it's like a real dog. He's just like being held like cool. Yeah. And I'll say this: the technology has gotten so good that what they do is they film the dogs do the things they want, the stunts. They walk over, they drop the ball, they dig, whatever. Then they add motion cap. They must have put something on the dog's face.
Something,
because
right?
The rest of it is real, and then they motion cap just here.
Yeah.
And it looks
mouth
pretty good.
Sometimes it looked off.
Only from certain side. Head on, it was
I think
good.
sometimes it was the body is totally like a real dog, but sometimes like specifically when Jamie Foxx's character was talking, it looked like the head was like a little off
head,
of the. So I
they
think the
might put
whole
a
head was
mask
CG
on the dog.
Yeah, but then they just like
weird.
do it over the dog's head and like make him be able to talk. So like. It did look good. It's probably the best talking dog thing that's existed. You know what I mean? Because there hasn't been one in so long.
Bound vibes from when you were a kid.
You remember those? What was it? Cats and Dogs, the Spies,
a little bit like that
movie.
Yeah, like the first Beethoven movie felt ish. Like even though the dogs don't talk in that one, they're all kind of coherent and together.
I'm assuming like Lady and the Tramp got a live action. This kind of felt like that. The Aristocrats are getting Aristocats.
I'm actually surprised.
Are getting one.
The reviews as of today was over. It was still technically rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, but it was over 50%.
I don't know how you could say it's rotten though, because it's like so far leaning into like.
That's what I was gonna say, but I'm surprised it's like that highly rated. There's
it's
a
talking
lot
dogs
of sexual stuff though, and people do not get comfortable.
The humping
with
bit
stuff.
That was so fucking funny.
There was really funny stuff.
The montage, dude. When they like all assemble the squad, like they find pets at this dog park.
They do an Avenger spoof, but it's with P, and it's the greatest thing.
Oh my god, the circle. Yeah, we get like a montage of them like introducing Reggie to a bunch of shit, and like they're waiting outside this restaurant, and like Isla FIsher's like dog character is like, oh, drop the pizza, you bitch.
No.
Drops the pizza and like music starts, and then it's like a whole montage of them fucking eating pizza on the ground. They're pissing on shit,
drinking beer,
from trash bags.
Oh my
god,
god,
so fucking funny, man. Like that's like dog heaven. You know, when my dog dies, that's what he's gonna be doing, just all day, every day, just fucking eating ground pizza.
I don't want to give too many. That's funny. I don't want to give too many of the bits away because there's some really funny.
No, that was just
funny
like
stuff.
the one that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
no, I know,
oh
but
my
I mean,
God.
like, because I was about to get into more, but I'll let you guys.
From that point on, I was like, I'm sold, man. You know what I mean? I'm sold. And then the plot was actually pretty decent too. We even get like a third act, like
tear up a little.
Characters split because there's a
Everyone's learning
comeuppance in the group or whatever. You know, maybe Reggie doesn't exactly tell them what he really wants or something. But so. I liked it. The movie was good. We get a bunch of characters. We get a bunch of cameos. Josh Gad is in this movie, and I normally hate Josh Gad, and I dislike his voice and things.
That was one of the top 5 parts of the movie, though.
That
was hysterical.
alone moved him up a couple points.
It was amazing.
Yeah, because it was hysterical.
Anyway, so what I was...
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
like,
God.
he doesn't talk to other dogs, but he like only talks in his head and
He's supposed to be
narrates.
like a movie narrator dog.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah.
Really
Normally
funny.
I do not like Josh Gad, but that was peak. That was
a cameo in the movie.
That was
and
top.
It was great. No, Josh Gad.
There was a lot of cameos in the movie.
But there's like that one that I hated, and there was no reason for it, and I won't give it away. The bird watching one.
Oh, that's in the trailer,
Really?
by the way.
Oh, is it?
That's like that.
Okay,
they
well, then we
thought that
can
was
give it.
like a get, which I had no reference for that. So Dennis Quaid just shows up in this movie.
They pulled this like weird old school scary movie spoof style thing where they throw a big A-list celebrity and randomly for no reason at all other than to go, I'm
like
an A-list celebrity in this movie.
There's a big like action scene, like it's also in the trailer. The thing that happens, I won't say what. That's also in the trailer.
Ruining the
I know,
movie.
I know. But it cuts to a bird is causing a problem with our main group of dogs, and it cuts to Dennis Quaid, who's just like watching and goes like, "That's crazy."
I've seen some crazy
And
shit.
I'm Dennis Quaid. What? I go, I didn't even know who he was, by the way, until he said his own name.
I recognize him, but like to me, this is okay.
Weird. I didn't get it at
The
all.
movie did this really
The
weird.
self-referential jokes worked every other time.
Every other time.
Like Will Forte goes like, "What is this, a dog movie?" At some point.
Yeah, I was feeling like a dog movie in here when they all come in the door. It's no, it's weird. It had this very Tenacious D vibe where they would decide to just do something like serious, off the rails, fully embrace off the rails to the point where you're like, what the hell am I watching? But it's so funny you can't stop laughing. And then by the time the scene's over, they're back on the rails and they're just like, nothing happened. What are you
I will say I probably wouldn't have laughed as hard if me and you were in a theater by ourselves. If you can go see this movie with other people, do it, because
we had
two people,
audience.
and normally I complain about other people in theaters, but this was a theater win for me because these guys behind us
in front too. I could hear
were hysterically laughing, foot stomping, laughing at like low
you know what we need to
pun
do?
jokes, and
low
I'm
hanging
like,
fruit.
Man,
you
which
need to
made
turn around
me
and
laugh
go,
at
hey,
them.
Brian Superbad Sharp, I got a show for you.
Yeah, here's my card. Yeah, man.
You think this is
theater wins. That's a theater win right there. Normally I bitch and complain about theater experiences, but that was a win. So fuck yeah. I normally I'll turn to those people and I'll go, fucking, you made that movie fucking way better than it was.
Because they would take a part that was pretty funny and make you laugh harder because they thought
because
it was
they're
the funniest thing they've
laughing,
ever seen in their
right?
entire
So
life.
it's like
so it takes a 6 and brings it to a 9 because they are spitting their drinks and popcorn out.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I'm already kind of laughing, but I'm like, oh my god, okay.
Now I gotta laugh.
I guess
more.
it's really funny.
I gotta laugh. Yeah. There's one specific bit. They do a lot of background bits. Like there's a part where they're all like pissing on the wall after the montage, and they all go to leave. But Randall Park is like, I'm still peeing.
Hey.
Yeah. And it's like takes 5 seconds for them cutting to the other characters for him to like walk back onto screen. Yeah. What? Give it a number. Let's give it a number out of.
I will say this. This might have replaced No Hard Feelings for me for funniest
I feel like
movie
they're
of the
pretty
summer.
different movies.
They're different movies. I will get that.
This
straight,
one is definitely,
but
I would say,
both-
more raunchy.
Both rated
maybe.
R, both
yeah.
raunchy. This is way raunchier.
Yeah.
No
But
going
it's
into
dogs,
it.
So like, you know.
It's a very The Other Guys Tenacious D style movie where like
Homeward Bound.
with
Homeward Bound.
with a little Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Other Guys is a top 10 all-time comedy.
Yeah,
to me, though.
pretty much. Okay.
And that's another movie where it's like it plays completely bananas.
Yeah,
on
there's
some
like
scenes.
this weird side plot with like some missing girl and like these police dogs that they just like fucking stumble upon, and
Which
it's like
his name
it works. He's
oh my God,
Gil.
He's Gil Thorpe.
Gil Thorpe from
Modern
Modern Family. Yeah, Phil's nemesis. Yeah. I can't remember his name either.
I'm a douchebag.
And the other like big like bloodhound dog was named Munchkin, which I thought was
really
funny.
funny.
Yeah, he's like giant dog.
There's this little bit with
like,
these little dogs.
The
Wait till you
fucking
see
side
that
plot. Like
yeah.
I couldn't believe like that. There's this like fucking
They
extra
got a lot
plot
squeezed
on
in
the
for
side.
90 minutes
Yeah.
too. It felt like a good full, well-paced.
By the time he's with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx is like, rule number 1, bitch, you can't. Everything's
Right, like
yours.
20 minutes
Piss on
in.
shit. You're alone. You know. And I'm
Yeah.
like, we just sat down, man. I'm like, oh wow, we're like moving.
Yeah, no,
this was tight. It was
This
a
is
tight,
comedy and how
well-paced
comedy
movie.
should be made.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you like the other guys and you like those style movies, you will like
The
this
only
movie.
time the CGI was off is the bird thing.
Which
But it's like, but also, if you can't do it, don't write that. Then you know what I
no,
mean.
but I didn't
So
hate
like,
it. The front part was a little messed up, but it's also the over the top Tenacious D style stuff because they did the whole like camera on the face of the dogs, almost like they're on Mission Impossible
scene.
Like it was totally with
somebody's
that
on a green
He's
screen,
holding
just like
him.
swinging a dog back and
Right.
forth.
But
Yeah,
they make it look like it's Tom Cruise hanging off a side of a plane, like I got
Sure.
you, buddy.
sure.
So
Yeah. But that I'm saying like that's probably
It
like
did look the
where it
worst.
looked
I
the
won't
wonkiest.
I won't disagree with
yeah,
you on
yeah.
I won't disagree
Not
with you
like
on
that. It was like I'm walking out. You know,
No,
that
it
was
was
that's
hard,
it.
was
That's the
hard to
final
decipher
straw.
Bad. I saw one green screen shot in the whole movie that I actually noticed that took me out for a second. And for the most part, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's when he gets up on the when Bug gets up on the concrete thing and they're doing like the lookout. It's like a little pedestal thing. It's completely. They're not on the same scene.
Oh,
There's like a green
I think I
screen,
know what you're talking
and
about.
Reggie's looking up because there's a person there.
Yeah.
And then Bug's looking down because there's a person there.
Yeah,
and
with
they,
a little treat. Yeah.
an overlay. But
yeah.
that's it. And
That
I don't
happened
think
one or two times with
Okay.
the Isla FIsher dog and like Bug or something. It totally didn't look like they were
they were
on the
together.
same.
They probably
yeah.
gave up and did like
Which
a one
is
shot.
Whatever,
No,
whatever,
again,
whatever.
I'm nitpicking.
Whatever.
And I'm saying
yeah.
I barely noticed.
I
any
mean,
of
our
that.
shit looks like this.
Yeah. So, man, what do I give this? What do I give this?
It's like it just like farts and it just shows like everything that we're sitting in right now.
Goes full Spider-Man, No Way Home. You're wearing shorts with your nice shirts, like you got fucking sandals on and shit. Don't look. All right. The key thing about comedies, in my opinion, is rewatchability.
I don't think
So
this.
I'm gonna give this an initial score based on the first time I've watched it. I feel like at one point we should circle back to this, maybe on digital, and just see if we update our score. Not do a whole video.
It'll probably drop on Peacock, right?
But I'm not saying
Universal.
do a whole video.
No,
I'm
no,
just
no,
saying
no.
do like a
But
short.
yeah,
We can do update.
I throw it
update
into
the score.
Cinemagasm or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, for sure.
Right now, I'm gonna give it like a 7.4.
Okay. I'm 7.
Okay.
I'm at a 7.
It was funny.
It was funny.
It was
a
funny.
good comedy. Yeah.
It was
Comedies don't normally. That's
no.
not like I'm not gonna put. It's not like a 9 because it's like
No, because
it's
there
very
were jokes
low
that
brow
miss.
penis jokes.
And there are penis
Yeah,
jokes,
sure,
and vagina
sure.
jokes, and it is low brow, and
Sure.
there's shit jokes.
A lot of shit jokes.
I would
which
still
was a funny bit.
That's a
yes.
funny bit.
Yes.
And I would still consider giving a movie like that a 9 if it hit in every single regard and if it's a perfect movie. And this isn't. It's a good movie, but there are some jokes that make you go,
Yeah, Phil Lord and Chris
Groaner.
Miller were attached
Produced
to
it.
this, but as producers in Paul Feig. What's his name?
Yeah,
Right?
the other
The other one?
I think so. Eric. It said Eric Feig.
Oh, I don't
So
know who
maybe
that
it's
one
Paul
is.
Feig's
Brother.
I don't know.
The other Feig. Yeah.
Not Feige.
Yeah, so Phil Lord and Chris Miller are responsible for the Spider-Verse ones. They didn't direct this.
And
They're
the
just
Lego
they're
movies.
just producers
No, but
in
that
the Lego
means
movies.
They probably like the script. 'Cause
That makes
it's their
sense.
Humor.
They'll come on, maybe do some acknowledgments or something.
$47 million budget.
It was good. There
Well
is
spent.
there is an end credit scene which harkens to our Star Wars bit.
Oh my god, almost
Almost verbatim.
eerily. Like I wasn't kidding. You kind of like kind of snarfed at me in the theater, but I was like, no, but like it was very
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Somebody laughed at they're all peeing, and they go, "We're BFFs," and Reggie goes, "We're
And
PFFs."
the guy behind's like,
Foot stomping, and I'm like, I got this.
we do
I'm
that.
like, I got this.
every day.
Nice.
No, my biggest problem, I'll say I first remember this, is the callback. They do too much callbacks. Like the constant, and then remember that earlier in the movie, the joke,
we just
constantly-
saw that.
Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
just watching
We got
that.
it. The howling.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
and like
didn't.
the rabbit thing. You
that
have to
didn't
keep
hit.
mentioning it.
Yeah, that
Like,
didn't
don't
hit.
say anything about the rabbits.
Yeah, that didn't hit. Yeah, there was some things that didn't quite hit. But in a sea of jokes,
Some aren't gonna hit.
most of the fish are dead.
No, but this is like light other guys.
Yeah, other dogs,
Yeah.
other pups.
and if anybody else would have done it, it would not have been as good. Will Ferrell makes you think of Elf, which makes you think of Sweet, which makes you think of dumb and adorable and wonderful and huggable.
Will Ferrell's got a good voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can really.
I mean, anyone
doll
could have
it
done
up.
it and it would have been decent, but
Yeah.
he really makes you go, oh.
Timothy Chalamet is Reggie in Strays.
It's like Jason Bateman, real plain.
Chalamet's got 2 movies, Dune and Wonka, coming out at the end of this year, which I don't know who in
Dune-
Hollywood
see,
let
but
that happen.
He looks like he can act in Dune.
He
It's
can.
Weird.
Right. Weird, huh? Yeah. What
right.
the fuck happened with Wonka?
What
are we talking about?
We should get
Oh,
into
yeah.
that. As the movie season slows down, we'll have some podcast style
We
discussions.
can do Wonka rankings.
Why?
There's
Wonka?
there's so many we can do a Wonka rankings top 3.
Just spell out Y and then add Onka.
Wonka.
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 Right. Oh wow! Check out our Blue Beetle review.
Yeah.
Check out, man. We've got pretty much the last voyage.
Check out our
the-
Strays review. Oh,
You're watching it now. Yeah, pretty much everything. It's out. Summer's winding down, guys. There's like
this was our last big Hollywood weekend. We get like farts like Expendables and Equalizer.
that one is actually pacing to do a pretty decent opening weekend.
I haven't seen any of the Expendables.
I've only seen the first one, so we're gonna have to catch
I haven't
up.
seen any of the
We can do
Equalizers.
some expendable rankings.
Ranking Expendables.
We do. I think the
Spender
demographics say
rankings.
we have like 7 or 8% people over 60, so they would
Hey,
be happy. They would be
Expendables
happy.
fans, yeah.
Yeah, give us a comment.
Get ready for Expendables. All right, guys, we're done.
We're done.
We've been done. Except for the convenience of the movie, where like he just yells at a woman and then does a thing, and then it's like, well, now you work for me.
It's definitely one of those like things happen to fall in place just in the perfect way that everything's perfect.
Yeah, so it's
That's
like
true.
just to get the script
That's
to
what I'm
like
saying.
move. Yeah,
It's definitely
pretty
phase 1
annoying.
Marvel. And I'm not mad about it because you need to start somewhere, and where they've been for the last 15 years isn't where you need to be. So if this is the direction we're heading,
Yeah.
then
It's safe.